Hello there, today I'm going to talk about Sebo commercial vacuums in general, because we often get emails from people saying which commercial machine's best for me, or which of the range is the best one. And there isn't really a best one, there is only what's right for you and your situation and the floors that you intend to use it on. So there are several ranges of commercials, and I have actually done videos on each of them individually. So what I'm going to do in this video, I'm just going to briefly touch on some of the elements that make people buy particular ones, and then you can go away and you can watch the individual video on that if you think, oh well, that's me, that sounds like what I want to use it for. So it's just designed really to guide you towards the right video and give you a short overview of the range. So let's have a look. So we've got the whole range here of Sebo commercial machines. And if you're in the northwest, if you're anywhere around Manchester, Stockport, Salford, Lancashire, Yorkshire, Merseyside, as long as you're within reach of us in Stockport, if you're still not sure, you can pop down here, you can have a look at them, you can use our advice and expertise to decide which one's right for you. So you've got the different ranges. You've got the Cordless BP60 over there. We've got the Evolution here, the BS, the XP, which is the commercial version of the X range, the Dart, there's several versions of that we're going to come to, and the D series. But I'm going to take you first back to the most expensive one, which is the BP60 here. So this is Sebo's cordless commercial upright machine. These last 1 hour. The battery in them is like a house brick. We've done a full video, in fact we've done 2 videos on these, including how to assemble it. And the beauty of these, people buy these who's got a lot of little in and out places where it's not nice to be trailing a cable around behind you. And in fact we use this in our parts department, and I'm going to show you where now. So we've got rows and rows of these little corridors here in our parts department, which we use this on, because if we were going to use a machine with a cable, we'd have a lot of cables to carry around from section to section. So this is ideal for this kind of situation. So that is the BP60. So the next one we're going to look at is the Evolution range. Now they make 3 widths of this. This is the 300, the standard width. They make a 350 that's a little bit wider, and they make a 450. We don't sell the 450. I suggest if you need a really, really wide machine, you buy a BS instead. We sell the 300 and the 350. And I'll tell you who buys these. Nursing homes buy lots of them. Some hotels buy them. Some medical facilities, dentists, a few schools. But mostly these seem to end up in nursing homes and places like that. Places with short commercial carpet, and very often with women cleaners who appreciate a slightly shorter machine than the best-selling one. So I have recently done a video all about this, all about its features, all about the brush strip, who uses it, how to, everything. So go and have a look in our other videos, and you'll find the video all about the Evolution if you think one of those is for you. And if you've got a care home or a nursing home, probably you want one of these. The next machine to consider, commercial machine, is the BS range. This is the BS360, 36 centimetres wide. They do a wider one as well at 46 centimetres wide. So if you need a wide machine for a big place, like a banqueting hall or a nightclub or a casino or places like that, you buy the great big one. Now these are actually the world's best-selling upright commercial vacuum cleaner. They are. And one of the reasons for that is the BS range has been around for a long time. And if you look over here, we've got one of the original ones. This is a very early BS from the mid-1980s, still works. We still use it in the shop here. There's been a couple of revisions of the shape and the design over the years. The BS360 here is the latest one. Now who buys these? A lot of hotels buy these, big cleaning companies, office cleaners, big firms like, who do we send these to? Places like PricewaterhouseCoopers, Guinness, Hovis, Toyota, places like that. Their cleaners tend to buy these for the offices. Lots of hotels use them, a lot of schools use them. Professional cleaning companies use them, and carpet cleaners. Guys who have the carpet cleaning machines, they use them as well. So I have done video again all about this one. So if you're looking at our other videos, in fact I will link this one at the end of this video. I shall put the BS video down here because it's the best seller. So the BS is kind of the classic machine. If you don't know which other one to buy and you're not sure, buy one of these, you won't go far wrong. So now we're going to look at the XP range. This is an XP10. They do an XP20 that's a little bit wider, and they do an XP30 that's even wider still. Now the XP is the commercial version of the domestic X range. The X7 is the domestic machine, and the XP is the commercial machine, slightly harder wearing case. And a lot of people who do house cleaning buy these, people that clean domestic properties. Now a lot of those folk tend to buy a domestic Sebo instead because they think the 5-year warranty might be useful to them. Let me tell you something. If you're a cleaner, you're using that machine all day, every day. If you happen to blow it up after 2 or 3 years and you send it back to Sebo, they're not daft. They'll open it and they'll know that that's not a domestic use machine. So these also are slightly harder wearing. They've got a harder wearing case. They've got a thicker bumper on the front. So if you are in the cleaning business and you want a self-leveling machine, which means if you're going to be doing any kinds of domestic carpets, deep pile carpets, things like that, the other ones I've shown you are probably not very good for that. These are fine on deep pile carpets. So if you're a domestic cleaner, you've got 3 widths to choose from. Well, the wide one you're not going to use in people's houses. You're going to use the XP10 or the XP20. The people who buy the XP30 very often are mosques, because mosques have great big thick carpets that are imported from Turkey, and the wide XP30 is good for that. So if you check our other videos, we have a video all about the XP10, the XP20 and the XP30. And we also do a bundle of this called the XP10 Home Pro package, which is one of these, and it comes with a few other bits and pieces. And we aim that also at domestic users, for people who want a very hard wearing machine in a domestic environment. And at the end of the video I shall link that one on this side at the bottom. So what's next? So next we're going to talk about the Dart. Now the Dart is the commercial version of the Felix, and it's in this lovely sort of fawny grey colour, like most of the commercial machines. Now this is a Dart 2 with a wider head. The Dart 1 has the standard width head like this, and there's also a Dart 3 which is a floor polishing head for tiles and particular types of wooden floors and other types of hard floors, even Carndean. Now the beauty of a Dart is you can split the body off the head, and then you have a machine that you can put tools on the end of this hose. You can wander about with it and go all over the place. These are a little bit Marmite. Not everybody likes them, but as with Evolutions, the people who like them absolutely love them. Who buys these? Cleaners buy these because of the versatility. Because you can buy different size heads. You can buy that head on its own. You can do a lot of things with this. Boutique hotels, small hotels and bed and breakfasts, Airbnbs, places like that buy this because they're very manoeuvrable, a bit like the old Dyson ball. You can get under things, you can get under the edges of furniture, under the edges of radiators, little tight spaces, under beds, they go flat. So a lot of smaller hotels buy these. But then again, big chains buy them as well. The Waldorf Astoria uses these, for example. So I have done a video all about these where I cover all 3 variants. I did it in a local grammar school. So if you go and have a look on our other videos, you can find out everything you need to know about the Sebo Dart. So the last one we're going to look at is the cylinders. Now cylinders don't sell anything like as well as upright machines, but some people do like a cylinder. The D series is Sebo's commercial cylinder, and they do a D8, which is what this is, and they do a D9, which I'll tell you what that is in a moment. On the D8, the cable stores wrapped up on the front of the machine. It's easy to get to, but there's no cable rewind to break. So some people like that, some people don't. The D8 has a head rather reminiscent of, say, a pneumatic, something like that. It's a pretty standard kind of floor head. It has a telescopic handle. You can take the handle off, you can put the tools on. Think of the D8 really. You all know what a pneumatic is, or a Henry. This is a proper version of that. The Henry is a bit of a toy compared to this. This is proper. It's twice the price, it's 3 times the machine. So if you're thinking about buying a pneumatic or a Henry, buy a D8 instead. You won't go wrong. Now the D9 is a version of the D, and how that differs to the D8 is the D9 has a motorised head like this, and you control the machine from the handle. And the D9 doesn't have the cable on the outside. The D9 has a retractable cable mechanism. So I have done a video, if you look on our other videos, I have done a video all about the D8 and the D9, the difference between them, and where I demonstrate both of them. So if you want a commercial cylinder machine, and these are a big machine, there's something like a 6-litre bag. They're heavy, but you know they're really robust. And if you want a commercial cylinder machine, you want a D8 or a D9. Now there's only one machine I've not showed you. We have got one, but somebody's actually borrowed it for a test. And that is the Sebo Duo machine, and it looks like this. And the Sebo Duo is a specialist carpet agitation machine typically used by the carpet cleaning industry. It's designed for dry agitation. People tend to use it for wet agitation before extraction. So I also do have a full video all about that as well in our other videos. So that is the Sebo commercial range, and as I've said already, I have done individual videos on every single machine that we've looked at. So if you go to our other videos, you'll find a lot more detail about each individual model. Now you can buy any of these machines from us from anywhere in the country. We ship with Royal Mail 48 tracked with a signature on all machines. None of that Hermes and Yodel nonsense for us. We don't charge any extra for Highlands and Islands like some people do. And if you're in Southern Ireland, send us an email. We'll send you a link to an article. We have a special arrangement for you guys in Southern Ireland. You can pay, if you want, you can pay in euros. We'll take care of the duties, stuff like that. Talk to us if you're in Southern Ireland, and we'll get you anything you need. And also, if you're relatively local to us, we're in Stockport, so if you're within reach of Greater Manchester, Yorkshire, Lancashire, Cheshire, Merseyside, if you're anywhere within reach of us and you're still not quite sure, you can pop down here, you can have a look at the machines for yourself, you can try them on the floor, you can speak to us, and we'll make sure that you get the right machine for you. So if you're watching this on YouTube, there's a couple of videos popped up down here, which you may find of more interest. Check out other videos. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. If you've got any questions, send us an email, or you can use the comment section below and we'll talk to you there. Thanks for watching.